NRHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Mayfield. He'll get this out to Jeanty. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Chiefs, 44-yard line.
Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Mayfield now from the 50. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Mahomes will do it himself. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Smith trying to run for it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the Raiders' 7-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because...
There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Jeanty, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chiefs 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now here's Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing. So he wisely just gets rid of it.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Smith. Oh, what a move. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll try and do this himself. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate.
He's got a man, complete. Pushing his way through. Still on his feet. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Myers. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down. A gain of 21 yards.
Throw it. Mayfield.
He'll drop this underneath for Genty.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The 37-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His first catch, good for 9 in the 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end. 2nd down and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Mayfield looks to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, Talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
180! Run.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On first down, it's Genty. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield down. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Now this thrown deep to Kraft. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
180.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once again, it's Genty. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
To throw, Mayfield. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
20.
Here's Mayfield. That's to Bowers once again. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first. And
he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Baker Mayfield with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and right back where we started at halftime.
yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And Mahomes will do it himself. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
On second and goal, here's an option play left. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. On the move past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Another Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now it's Mahomes again. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A 6-yard pickup.
Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Smith once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
Attack! 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 Attack!
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he is out of bounds right around 4. A first down there on a pickup at 25. A run out of the gun with Genty. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
He'll try and do this himself. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. And it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Smith catches left side. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
That's good. Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Smith up the middle. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Raiders first down.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
First down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 120 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
It's a gain of 10.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Run. 180. Kings. Stop.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! Dante Thornton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
One final try for Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken.